Hi, welcome to Christie's Stampin' Spot. So some exciting news. Stampin' Up! Has come out with something pretty cool. It's already on my website, and I've mentioned it a couple of times. And it is, although let me move that out of the way. It is our give back. The COVID-19 give back, and what it is it is an actual digital stamp set. So it isn't in our normal online store, and it's non-commissionable, so all of the proceeds go directly to the two charities, or you can split it between the two. And you just follow the links and you can go and download these immediately, and you can print out these images, and really cool. They're super cute. Let me go down and I'll show you guys. They are, so when you download after you purchase it, it gives you some quick instructions, some coordinating colors, coordinating products. So some of the Stampin' Up! Products that you can use to cut these out. So you want to print them out on your printer once you download the PDF, and I have it in black and then different colors, and the colors, it tells you what the colors are in the combination colors. Like it tells you what page it is and what the colors are. So they're super cute images. I have trouble with, on my printer, doing the thick cardstock, but the Whisper White goes through awesome. So hopefully you won't have any trouble. You can always print them out on printer paper, but they're super cute. Quarantine and chill. I've just been working on my homebody. I'm so finished with Netflix. I have watched quite a bit of stuff on Netflix. And then there's the Just Breathe, but wear your mask. My favorite, I think, is I changed out of my night pajamas into my day pajamas to send you this card, which is true. I actually had to do that so I could go to the post office to mail some stuff. Well, I was real clothes, not my pajamas, but I did have to change out of my pajamas. So there's these super cute Sending Love and Paper Hugs. So this is a really totes adorbs set that's very fun, with lots and lots of stuff. It's 15 pages you can download, which is pretty awesome. So like I said, it's like $12, and it goes to the WHO and United Way. Pretty awesome. And I have all of that information is actually on my blog. So if you're interested in the give back, this is what our Stampin' Up's doing, which is pretty awesome, actually. Very fabulous. So today we're going to be making a DSP card, which I love the DSP cards. And there's so much awesome DSP that's on the retiring list right now. So the Magnolia Lane DSP is one of those. One of them is on sale, and the other, there's like a giant pack, a value pack that's pretty awesome. That is going to retire, so it's while supplies last. I know there's a lot of stuff that's on the retired list, and a lot of that great paper. Oh, that paper is so awesome, all the paper. But I really love the Magnolia Lane, and so that's actually what we're going to play with today. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the paper. So this is the big pack of paper, and it is the Magnolia Lane DSP, and it's actually, it was $11.50, and now it's only $8.05, and it's 12 sheets, two of six each. And then the big pack, which is the Magnolia Lane bulk pack, it's $17, but you get 20 sheets, and it's 10 of this one, and that's the two sides. And we're gonna actually use this one today. And then the black and pink, we're going to use that one today, and then the other one is the white and cream and the green. So you get 10 of each of those. So that's pretty awesome. And again, they are both on the Last Chance products, so make sure you get on and check those out because it's pretty awesome. And so let's get started. So we're going to make a DSP card. So last time we made a DSP card as well, and we're going to do that again. Let me get my camera so you're not so it looks good. Okay, so the DSP is it's a regular 12 by 12 sheet, and I cut it at 4 And I'm going to show you guys the measurements. Now, on my website, under the printables, I have this downloaded. You can download this card measurements. So a lot of these are products that are going away, like scallop edge note cards, the large specialty card bases. But I have, and the bird ballad laser cut cards that come in that tin. It's super awesome. That is also on there to use it. But it also has these little designer series paper. So let me show you guys. So once you've cut your designer series paper, so you can download that so you have all those measurements. So once you get your DSP, you're going to only need to make, I shook my whole table. You only need to make 2 score marks, and then it's going to make a 1-inch lip. Okay, so your first score mark is going to be at 5.5. So it's 5.5 and at 11. And this one's easy because you don't have to worry about which way your, I like this paper because you don't have to worry about which way your paper's going, which is lovely. Okay, did I get that in there? I didn't. Hold on. I did not get that on there good enough. Hopefully you won't hear my kids making too much noise in the other room. Okay, good. All right, let me move this out of the way. Okay. So, oh, and don't forget, that's what I forgot to mention it, but if you order this month from me with the April host code, you will, I will send you this PDF with 90 tutorials, which is crazy, right? Super crazy. Awesome. Okay. So this is my other one in case I messed up, which I totally didn't. Sometimes you can accidentally cut. You want to make sure you use your scorer and not your blade. Okay, so then use your bone folder. Just fold on your score marks so that it's nice and crisp. And I was doing that so I make sure it sits in there right, because that's how it's going to close. I love these DSP. Let me turn my paper over. Okay, so there is the card that we're going to make with this when I've cut it. And so I'm going to show you guys how to make this little flap. I did something similar with the ladybugs set, and here's the ribbon, and on the inside. Isn't that pretty? And that's so you can use your DSP. So you can use this. So I made the other one where we open up, and this one is, instead of a card base, it's got that, like almost like this would be a matchbox, like, you know, those not matchboxes, matchbooks, kind of. We're going to do it like that. Okay, so muy bien. All right, so then you need, so once you've got that scored, then you need a couple of pieces. So I actually already die cut it out. We need 2 pieces of Mossy Meadow cardstock, and I die cutted them out with the stitched rectangle. And this one is, I'll have it on my, it'll be up on my blog of which one it is. And so I do it from the cut line in the middle, and it looks like it's 2 1/8, 2.5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. Right, so it's the 2 5/8 this way. Rectangle, stitch rectangle, and you need 2 of those, and they're going to go just like this. And then I also cut a piece of Whisper White. It's going to have my tag on it, and it's going to go in the front just like this. And this die cut is with the fabulous Wild Rose, which I absolutely adore. And that's this I actually had to have the set just for this die cut. I love it so much. Isn't that awesome die? Okay, so it fits really beautiful. So there's 2 ways that you can do this. As you see, I stamped on here with the fabulous Magnolia Bloom set, which is going away. Sadly, I love this set so much, and it's going away. But you don't have, if you don't have it and you want this bloom, which matches this, you can always fussy cut out the bloom from the DSP. So I'm actually going to fussy cut the bloom out, but then I'm also going to stamp. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different blooms on here. And you will have to decide which ones you want because they do overlap. So I actually cut it pretty close to the leaves so that it will do a pretty good job of getting it on here. Let me see if I can go to my live. Oh, and there's Natalie. Hello, Natalie. Doesn't say on here. Wait, Ben, let me watch. Mind my arm. Okay, and then let's see here. Finish cutting this off. So I hope you guys ever had a really good Tuesday. It's starting to get hot here. We turned on our swamp cooler this weekend. So until it becomes monsoon here, I try to use my swamp cooler because it can be so dry. And AC is kind of expensive, so it's nice. It's nice to use the swamp cooler while we can. But man, it's hot. It got really hot over the weekend. It usually gets really hot. My pool is actually nice and warm, so we will probably start swimming. I got it all nice and ready so that we can swim this weekend, which is nice because it is very, very warm. Almost it was in the mid 90s. I don't know what it is now. Man, it gets so warm here quick. Anyway, so super cute. I mean, how beautiful is that? So this is fabulous. And then I'm going to do the big one. So you can see there's two different sizes and the blooms on this paper. Now this is the paper. You can get this paper in the regular DSP pack where you get 2 sheets, or you can get it in the bulk pack where you can get 10 sheets of it. So this is really awesome if you want to make a bunch of cards and you we've not really had a really big bulk pack before. So I was really excited when we had the bulk pack, and I've actually used quite a bit of it. So I'm just cutting off the excess. I know it's sad when you cut the bloom out, right? Okay. This is I really love this DSP. I'm going to miss it. It's not maybe as spectacular as like the Paris blooms, right, with all that champagne foil. But man, these are so pretty. They make great birthday cards. They also make really lovely sympathy cards. It's a really nice pack of DSP. Really nice. So like I said, the regular pack is on they're both on the retired list, but it's actually on the discounted list. So that's always nice. It's like $8. It's fabulous. So you can stock up. Okay, so I'm actually going to combine both. So if you don't actually have this, you can use any of your stamp sets that you like and do any of your favorite sentiments and just cut the flowers out of the DSP to use as your image. Okay, so I'm actually going to add more than I did on this one. Okay, so let me clean up some of my mess. Got a little trash can right here underneath me. Okay, so here's the tricky part. Now, if you remember, I did one of these before. I don't always attach my ribbon. So you don't have to attach your ribbon to the thing so it slide through. You need something to be able to slide it through. I have this fabulous letter opener that I use that does that. If you don't have a letter opener, then it's better to do it beforehand, before you assemble. So the first one you need to do is let's put the first one on first. So that we need Stampin' Dimensionals. So this is our first one, and I'm going to actually put the dimensionals on. Let's see, I want it to be like I can't do it. I have to put them on. So I put it wide because we're going to run our ribbon through there. So take those off. I'm going to use this to eyeball where I want it to go. So There we go. See, like that? Now, this is nice on the back, but if I like to put another piece so we can run a ribbon through, and then maybe you can add image, and that's actually what we're gonna do. So that's pretty awesome. Let me see. I'm trying to pull this down. Oh, hi, April. Yeah, no, it's good to have both. I have both AC and swamp cooler here in Arizona. It really makes it nice to have them both because otherwise it can be so hot. So before I add the other side on, you want to make sure you get your ribbon and you want to make sure you have enough. So about 20 inches. So I'm actually at the end, and you can use any kind of ribbon that you have that you like. I like this white one. It's the crinkle seam binding ribbon. And I'm at the very end. So I'm not going to cut it any short. I'll just cut it shorter. Otherwise, I would do about 20 inches is a good amount of ribbon for this. So snip that off. Because I want to tie it. We're going to use that to tie the bow around it to hold down the flap. So like that. So I'm going to thread it through like this. So if you don't like I done this one where you have to actually thread it through and you want to keep it, once you have your ribbon exactly where you want, and put a little piece of glue dot right here to hold your ribbon in place. So I would first, before you put the other piece on, I would tie it to make sure you have it kind of like how you want it to go, that you make sure you have enough on each side, and then put a glue dot, or you can, any kind of your adhesive right there. So I'll get a piece, let me get a glue dot and I'll put one there just to show you guys. I just have to remember. Make sure I have enough on this end. Especially with this thinner ribbon, because it's very slick, it will slide through. Okay, so, or you can slide it, well, like I said, you can do it after the fact, like I did, but it's really up to you. Okay, so then you need your second piece, and if you can tell, one side has the stitched, you can tell one side is the stitchy, one side is like the back piece, so just make sure you have it on the right side. And again, we're just going to add it with Stampin' Dimensionals. And I set my Stampin' Dimensionals. They're underneath my card. And I'm just going to put them in the corners. And on the corner on this one. Okay, so this is the only real tricky part, is because you want to make sure that you get them even on each other. So that's why you're going to make sure they're even on this side first before you stick it down, and so that they are together. So we're not using glue, we're using the Stampin' Dimensionals. So you can't, there's not too much wiggle room, but you want it to definitely, so it only shows one side. Just like that. Muy bien. Yay. Okay. So there we go. Now we have our flap done. Now we can do our stamping. So I have the Whisper White, and like I said, I just put the Whisper White right here, or you could cut, I've stamped the Magnolia, which I'm going to do, or you can always cut it and also stamp it on there, and glue it on, which is really pretty. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp it because I absolutely adore this set, and it is one of the ones that's going away. And this set is actually in the beginner brochure, or the creative, what is the name of that little, I had it here earlier. What is the name of that catalog? It's it's like executive creative. Let me see, I think I have it back here somewhere. Where did I put it? That's the problem, is when you set your stuff down in my little area. I can't remember what I did with that little catalog. I had it somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, nope, that's not the right one either. It's white. I don't know what I did with it. thought I had it out right here, ready to go. And it is not. Anyway, it's not executive. Exclusive creativity. Anyway, it's the beginning brochure. You'll see it on the edge. It has its own thing, or you can just type in Magnolia Blooms into the search function and it'll pull it up. It is, like I said, it is going away. And I'm going to use my Memento Black. I can't believe I lost my catalog somewhere. It's here somewhere. And it's little. It's the little brochure. Oh, it starts with an E. I can't think of what the name of the something creativity. It's so wild. I don't know what I did with it. It's going to drive me nuts though. Okay, so I'm going to use the thank you. This one has 3 really nice sentiments. It has a thank you, a happy birthday, and a congratulations. This beautiful bloom. It has this little bitty one that matches that paper and a little leaf. So it's a really great set. It's like 14 bucks. It's fabulous. So I was really sad that it was going away. The Good Morning Magnolia is not, but this one is. So I'm just going to ink it up with the Memento, and I'm going to put it over here in the corner on the right hand side, just like that. I have to learn. I used to go this way. I've changed all my setup around, so it's harder for me not to like go across my hand across everybody when this thing just doesn't want to scroll. Here we go. I love, love, love. Okay. And then I'm just going to add the bloom to this side. So it kind of goes off. So you see I have my scrap paper just like that. Isn't that pretty? Love, love, love. And then we're also going to do it to the Whisper White. So I did cut a Whisper White insert. And it's over here underneath my envelope. And I'm going to do the thank you on this one as well. And remember, we're going to put it in this way. So instead of stamping your thank you this side, you put it over here. And then don't get ink all over it. Just like that. This one. And you can, of course, do your envelope as well if you want. So pretty. I love this bloom. It is so pretty. Okay. Oops. I'll see you later, April. Yes. I know our internet connection is always kind of, so hopefully it's not too jumpy for you guys. I'm trying to, I might have to change the time. I keep saying I might have to change the time because I think it's just, we have something in the on my block that just keeps doing something, and so it's so much going on. Okay, so there you go. So it's super cute, adding it just to the envelope, and then we can color all at once. So I've got it on my inside piece, which is cut at the 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and this is just our regular medium white Worcester white vanilla envelopes. And then on my little white cardstock, Whisper White cardstock that's die cut out with the Wild Rose dies. And then I'm going to use the light old olive Stamp and Blend. And if you notice, our Stamp and Blends did go on the retiring list, but they're not retiring. What's retiring is the singles. They're no longer going to sell them in single packs because they noticed that most people were buying them as combo packs and not as singles. So that way they can put more things on the pick line. So you will be able to get them all the colors. So I'm not sure. I think maybe the retiring colors you won't be able to get because those retired colors are going away, sadly. The lovely lipstick, Call Me Clover, and Pineapple Punch are going away. I'm just going to use that. I'm just using the light, and I like the bullet end, mostly because I ruined my brush end. So they go a long time, but when you use them a lot, sometimes you do need to get a new one. And so I didn't do it very dark. If you do this really dark, you need to put an insert or your scrap paper so that it doesn't bleed through on your envelope. And then I'm just going to, for the envelope, I'm just going to add the light. I'm just going to use the light petal pink and just add a little bit, not a lot, to the envelope. And then I wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys, if when you're mailing these, you don't have to like lick it. You can use your aqua painter and just paint over the top of where the seal is, and then mail it. So you don't have to actually lick it. So if that's one of your concerns, you don't have to do that, which is exciting. Okay, and now let me color these ones. And so I am going to use the dark petal pink on the inside, and I'm just going along where the lines are, the dark lines, as kind of my guide about where I want the dark to go. And then I'm going to go over it with the light, and I am using the fat end, the brush end. I'm just adding a lot. I'm not going to go take away all of the yellow, like I'm not, or not the yellow, the white. I'm not going to do all, I'm going to leave some of the white. So I'm not coloring it completely. You can see that. See how pretty? So it's kind of delicate. Love, love, love. Oh, thanks, Angie. Thank you for sharing. And then I'm going to, and I see how I did this one first on the color, and then I'm going to do this one on the color. So when you're blending, it's always best when it's wet. So do one at a time, even though it's, you know, you want to kind of, when you're doing a bunch of things, you want to do all of the dark pink, but you should do just some of them at a time. Just do one area at a time so that you can blend nicely, which is fun. I'm not used to so many moving parts on my computer. Oh, hi, Rachel. It's my bestie. Okay, and then after you get that prettied, then I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle to the centers and almost over where I used the dark petal pink, and just add a little bit, just a little bit of sparkle onto the bit. Look at that. That's super easy, right? So how do we add that to our project? So then I'm just going to glue this on the front. I'm just going to use my glue, or you can use any of your favorite adhesives, like the snail. And our snail is actually on the retired list, which I can't believe, but it totally is. I think they're going to have something even better coming later. I'm just going to use the glue and add that onto here, and then add my insert. I said I do mine a little bit low, smaller than. So on this one, I use my normal 5.5 by, or not 5.5, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. But if you look on that sheet that I printed out, if you go down to a 4 1/4 and 5 8 and 3 5/8, it actually fits better. So if you want to have a wider border, you can do that. But I just didn't. I just used my regular one in there. Okay, so now we have this pretty space, and we have this pretty space. So I was going to show you guys. That's where you can put your cutouts. Oh, I need the glue. So I'm going to put my cutout of my little flower, Magnolia, on this side. And then my large one, here it is. Just using glue to add it right here. Let's see. There we go. On this side. there we go. Super easy. So this is actually a pretty easy card to make and super pretty, and you really utilize that DSP. So you can use it as your actual card base. Then you can tie it in a bow, and then you can, of course, I remember I had mine on the big spool, so I didn't do into short. I didn't make it too short, so I didn't. You can cut yours. Once you got it, you can trim up your ribbon. You don't want to make it too short though, because then they can retie it. You want to leave enough so they can retie it. I do love this ribbon. Oh, so pretty. And then it needs a little bit of bling, yeah? So one of the other things that's on the retired list that I absolutely adore are our basic adhesive back sequins. And this is the new pack. I had to open a new pack because I use them so much. They have like some iridescent ones and some white ones. Some mint. It's one of the green ones. I'm not sure what green that is. And then some cream colored ones. But they have the petal pink. And I love these. The petal pink are my favorite. So I'm really going to miss these. And it matches so nice on this. So where's my pick a tool? So I'm just going to Hi. So I got interrupted as I watched the end of the video. I realized it actually dropped halfway through. So I added the sequins. I've added the sequins, the petal pink from the basic self-adhesive sequins that are on the retired list. I added them to the front of my card, as you can see. I did it on this other one as well. Super pretty. So pretty. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's project. I think that was the finishing touch, was I just put that on so you guys can see the inside again. My son will have to like put them together for YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're getting to see the end instead of having to go back live. I had to go back live to finish it. Isn't that pretty? Oh, these are so pretty. So, and like I said, you can do the envelopes. Oops. Envelopes. So you guys can see these my pretty cards. And then if you need, make sure you guys check out the stuff. Let me go back to the other page. And and if you need anything, you can get it on April's host code, which is the CNFVSSZX. You see that on my little thing on the bottom, which is fun. And then, of course, anyone that orders from me this month I will send them the mega tutorial from the Ornate Garden mega tutorial, which is 90 tutorials, and it'll be in 2 different emails with 4 different attachments, so 2 each on each email, because it is that huge. It's super big, so it's pretty awesome. So if you guys need anything, and make sure you get on and check out that retired list, because all of the this Magnolia Lane DSP, I think the Persian Paris Blooms, I think, is also on there, and I think that is actually in the bonsai. But no, Buddies is also on there. So there's like so much great DSP. So definitely go on and check, as well as the adhesive, self-adhesive sequence and get some of those deals and stock up because it's a great time. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's card, using your DSP to make as the card basis. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and rest of your week. So happy crafting. Bye, guys.